Hello and welcome to DIY ELIQUID Recipes. I'm John and I'm back with a fresh review and recipe for this week. So today we are going over Vienna Cream from Flavourart. I will be using this longer format again to go more in depth for this flavor. Today we will talk about the flavor, ratios of use, steeping, nicotine levels, and last I'll show you an e-liquid recipe using Vienna Cream. All in this order. This is a very nice diacetyl-free flavor with a mild cream profile and a smooth vanilla aftertaste. It is similar to meringue but with slightly richer body. Compared to other creams, Vienna Cream has a clean and light taste that will not overpower other flavor or bases, but rather accompany them and blend in nicely. In general, compared to other thicker creams or custards, this is not so prominent as a cream flavor. But where Vienna Cream shines is when it is used as a cream supporter or booster. It will do a great job blending in and enhancing the taste of other creams, making them richer and deeper tasting. You could use Vienna Cream as the only cream in a recipe, but it will not introduce a thick body like a custard would, mainly because it has no acetone or other diketones. So instead, it will rather brighten up your mix and make the rest of the creams smoother and lighter. If, on the other hand, you would like to recreate a thick cream flavor, then I would recommend combining it with a custard of your liking. I will talk about the flavor and how to use it again later when going over the recipe I prepared for you. So now let's move on to the ratios of use for Vienna Cream. As I mentioned earlier, this flavor doesn't have a lot of body, so it will taste very light alone, but if for any reason you want to give it a try solo, here are some helpful ratios. For a mild solo mix, use it from 2 up to 4%. That will give you just a faint sample of this flavor. And for something stronger, use it from 4 up to 6%. It is rarely used that high in a recipe, but alone it could work okay just to test. Now let's move to the ratios for making recipes with this flavor. So to use it as a base, 3 to 5% is the recommended ratio, but 3% is usually the most commonly used ratio when you're using Vienna Cream together with another cream to boost it. And as an accent or flavor enhancer, use it from 1 up to 2%. For this flavor, 1% in most cases should be enough as an accent, especially if you're trying to brighten up darker tobaccos. It will just make them taste smoother without altering their taste too much. Now let's go to steeping. Vienna Cream, as some of you might know already, is a medium VOC flavor, meaning it will have an alcoholic aftertaste for 1 or 2 days after mixing it. Some people recommend leaving the mix to breathe for 10 or 15 minutes. I wouldn't recommend doing that exclusively, but if you have never done it before, give it a try once to see if that technique works better for you as it does for some other people. In any case, Vienna Cream unfortunately is a long steeper, but a very rewarding flavor if you give it its time to mature and blend in. For a quick steep, usually 5 days are enough to get the initial profile developing. But for a normal steep, give it at least 10 days, with 15 days being a recommended deep steeping period. Now after steeping, let's quickly go over the recommended nicotine ratios before moving to the recipe. This is a light flavor and nicotine will start interfering and introducing a bitter aftertaste if you go too high. A suggested nicotine concentration for most e-liquids using mainly Vienna Cream would be from 2 up to 4 milligrams. The ceiling ratio would be around 6 milligrams and with 1 to 2 milligrams recommended for the best flavor delivery. And now next moving to the recipe. This is a light cream and chocolate e-liquid. In general, chocolate is used less often in e-liquids, so it is nice to revisit it as a flavor every now and then. So here is the recipe for you too. It uses the Vienna Cream as a booster to the Capella Vanilla Custard. These two flavors combined together with Acetyl Pyrazine create a nice base for the chocolate and the sweetener to blend in. It is a recipe with full flavor and a nice body with a mild milk chocolate aftertaste. Originally, instead of the double chocolate from TFA, I was using the Capella Fudge Brownie, and I still do for my mix. But since not that many people have this flavor, I converted it to the TFA chocolate, which works almost as good. But if you have the Fudge Brownie in your collection, then use that instead at the same ratio. In general, I find this is a very enjoyable chocolate recipe with a thick vapor delivery. Now, because of the creams, the chocolate, and the high ratio of vegetable glycerin, this recipe will need at least 1 week steeping. It might sound long, but the e-liquid will definitely not disappoint you after that wait. As a summary, I think Vienna Cream is a great flavor. If you're just starting out, this cannot be the only cream to own since it won't have the cream taste you would be expecting. For the thicker cream profile, try Bavarian Cream from any of the companies. But if you're looking for a light and subtle flavor or a cream booster, then this would work great for that. You will find Vienna Cream used in many recipes online, and after buying it, you will also find yourself using it more often than you would expect. Sometimes you will see a few drops can go a long way with this one. In any case, if you made it all the way here, I hope you enjoyed the information, and as always, feel free to also leave your thoughts about Vienna Cream below. Happy to be here once more, and I will see you soon again with a new video.